Grouting. My girl Marlo told me I gotta put my knees on a cushion. I'm doing it now, but I don't usually do that. I'm grouting. I put the towels down, but now it's time for me to grout. Your love is king, and it's crowning in my heart. Your love is king, you're the ruler of my heart. This is real. Round and round and round again, touching the very part of me. It's making my soul sick. I'm crying out for more. Your love is king. This is more. Night and day. Your love is king. I know how to do everything now. Easy now. Feel me? Easy, bro. Easy peasy. I don't know how to put you so you can see what I'm doing, but it's easy. Might have to go to school and become a contractor. I spoke to my daughter this morning. She was like, I don't want you breaking yourself down. Well, I'm not breaking myself down. I love this. I love to do this right here. Just see a house come into its own. It's by the work I've done. The kitchen is beautiful. Y'all didn't see the kitchen? I put the little short up. The kitchen is gorgeous. You know what I mean? This house was a hoarder's house. Person was a hoarder. I had to, and then when I got the house, there was a thief around here. He went in the house and took all the wires. I had to rewire the whole house. That's after I purchased it. So it became my issue. I had to rewire the whole crib. Had it rewired. Homeboy was going in people's houses and He was taking all the wires for copper. Imagine you got to spend 15 stacks because somebody wanted to get $300 for wires. I learned a lot, yo, in these years I've been doing this. But I tell you one thing, experience is your best teacher. And the best experience is a paid one. Your love is king, and it's crowning in my heart. Sade, one of my favorites. Ever since I saw her when I was a kid. I was a teenager and she was on PBS. And she did a concert. Ever since then, I've been loving Sade. I love this gang. What is that? Dust. I don't want it to be rugged. So you're just going in between the cracks. So you can leave the grout right in between. Right? Hopefully when you laid your towels, you left space in between because it expands. Yeah, just like that. Usually I'll be on top of somebody I'll be standing up watching somebody else do this. And they'll be charging me whatever. Just to do the same thing I'm doing, but with less love. I'm doing it with love because this is my children and my grandchildren money. I don't want nothing. You see how I dress. I'm good. I don't want nothing. I got everything I need. As long as I got my herbs, I'm good. I don't need nothing. My herbs, all I need, baby. I got my herbs so I could be strong. Yo, I fell this morning so hard. Boom! Right on the knees. I fell. Right on them like that. Look. You see that? I fell on them just like that. But if you ain't got the sea moss in you, you ain't got the moringa, you don't take the basil, you don't mess with the rosemary, you're going to leave your knees down that joint. You're going to leave your knees down there. I felt so hard, kid. I was drinking the soursop juice. And I miscalculated. I fell so hard. BAM! Half the soursop juice spilled. I picked up the can and just kept drinking. Saying, and so what? So what? You fall. You gonna get up. Oh, what you gonna do? We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. Don't make me go to the choir again. And got up. We fall down. And we get back up again. And we go back up again. And we get back up again. I fell and busted my ass. I just kept drinking my sour sop. I went and got my tea. I drunk that. And then I went to the basketball court and I played. I don't feel sore. Nothing. I'm good. I wouldn't tell my daughter that. She like, oh, you fell? You all right? Like, yeah, I'm good. She love her daddy, yo. That one? Yeah. Love her dad, kid. They couldn't brainwash that one. Love her daddy. Love her dad to death. Yep. See, the more you do something, you start finding new techniques. You start looking like a professional. All you gotta do is fake it till you make it. That's it. Whatever you're doing, fake it till you make it, bro. Ain't nobody started knowing. You know what I'm saying? Just have the confidence that you can learn. Sometimes it sounds like gibberish when you don't know what they're talking about. Just stay the course. You gonna learn it. You ever went to a job and you ain't think you was gonna make it? You're like, oh Lord, how the hell am I? And next thing you know, in about 2 months, you just yeah, okay, yeah, what's up? Yeah, for real, all right. And you just getting everything done. Ain't nothing wrong with your brain. Ain't nothing wrong with your brain. I think education is overrated. You know how many of us went to school and got that degree? They ain't teach you how to do something. They could just teach you how to do certain things. You'll learn it. You didn't have to do all the stuff you did. They said they're teaching you how to critically think. That's what they said. They're going to teach you how to critically think. But they're not, you know what I'm saying? They ain't teaching you no practice, just straight theory. Theory is something that somebody else wrote. You feel me? That's the theory of it. The practice is they could teach you. And that's what happened with the elites. When they go to college, they don't go to learn. They go to socialize. You understand? At his own pace. You see what I'm saying? When you listen to somebody like, you know what you may call it, that's, you know what I'm saying, the head of what you may call it. When you listen to him, you're like, what the hell school you go to? That's not what it's about. It's a brotherhood. They just go to be around each other. Because he might not be able to talk vocabulary and everything, but he knows how to put a deal together. See? Everybody got that strength. But when you go, they tell you got to do this and that. But that's not what they go for. They go to hang out and relax and be around one another. And then while they playing golf, they are discussing your future. Unless you get your garden together. What is life really? What do you really have? If they hit the bell right now and clink it. If they hit your phone and clink that. If they hit the lights and clink that. Do you have 50 candles? Did you go to Dollar Tree like I told you? Or like I suggested to you? And buy the long candles. They call them 7-day candles. Because they last 7 days when they burn. Go get them long candles. Every time you got $1.50, get another candle, and then another candle, and then another candle. Anything, flashlights, make sure the batteries are working. You understand? If it hit the fan, you might just need to survive 2 weeks. Because the whole world will be like a deluge. You might have to survive 2 weeks in the wilderness without nobody coming to check on you. Nobody could get to you. To make preparations for that. You dig? That's what wealth is. Wealth is your garden. I promise, yo. Wealth is your garden. I'm wealthy. Huh? I could go in the back. I could eat all the tomatoes. When I'm done, I could eat all the corn. When I'm done, I could forage. I know what plants to eat. I know the plantain leaves is right there. I know that right there, what that is. I seen the chickens eat that. Hey. And I'm practicing the vegan lifestyle with a taste for fish, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Every day I go, I be like, I ain't gonna do it, I ain't gonna do it. But boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, fried red snapper, forget about it. But I'm living the vegan lifestyle, so these buds, I know how to curb them. I ain't gotta have what everybody else is having. You know how beautiful you are, and you just gonna put stuff in your body? They already said we eating one another. They said we are eating one another. There's a video circulating of a guy who's a ooish. He's a ooish. You know what I'm talking about? You know the ooish folks? The ooh you wish? Them. Them people. One of them saying what they do. You know what I'm saying? Very candidly. And they said after they mutilate the body, they send it to McDonald's. Allegedly. McDonald's. When you see natural flavors, yeah. That's what they do, son. They feed us to one another. But your consciousness told you that already. You're not lying to yourself. I know your consciousness told you that. Because, you know, they said they only have to have a certain amount of percentage of beef. What's the rest of the food? They grind you up and put you right back here and give you to each other. You dig? You know how you eating Susie. But if you go and you eat the melon, you eat the pomegranate, you eat the papaya. They call it papaya here. Papaw. You eat the papoy. Even if you have the leaves and you just drink tea every day, you won't die. That'll sustain you because food is not food. Food is just energy. Food is just wave. After you put the food in here, your taste buds is just masquerading. Huh? Okay, it makes it taste good so you can bring it down the esophagus and go right in the system. Once the amino acids go and it goes through the process and squeeze it, it's just taking a little bit of whatever it is, nutrients. That's what goes through your blood to give it the food. But then it becomes a wave to tell your body, oh, you have information enough for you to live good because he ate what God said for us to eat. And then if you don't eat what God said for us to eat, and then your body says, oh, yeah, he ate, but he didn't eat what God said to eat, so get him. That's when the C word, the big C, come after your ass. And now you scared now. Now you want to do what the white coats tell you. And that's when you want to die. And I'm not going to be sad for you because it's your time. If it wasn't your time, you would listen. And you would go and you do things the right way. That way you wouldn't have to talk to no white coats. I have not spoken to a white coat. Okay? Now like today when I busted my ass and fell like this, if something broke, I'll go see a white coat. But if nothing is broken, why am I going to see a white coat? And this guy who eats wrong is coming in here to tell me what to do with myself. You eat McDonald's for lunch, sir. How could you tell me what to do? I have not eaten McDonald's in over 25 years. I don't even want the fries, sir. I don't want nothing. I don't even want to go to the bathroom in there, sir. And you telling me? Nah, man. Hell nah. I'll tell you what to do, sir. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at your eyes. Get the papaya in you. I'm looking at your... Oh, you go to the bathroom, it hurts? Get the papaya in you. Is steam coming off your shit when you go to the bathroom? You have that burning sensation when you pee? Get the cloves in you. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna live forever. And then when I go, if I have to leave here, it's not gonna be because I'm hurting. No. I'm just gonna take one breather, like, and I'm gone. No. It ain't gonna be like, oh, can you imagine, yo? You going through this shit? Oh my God, and then somebody coming to see you. Oh, how you doing, so and so? Oh, I can't hear. And now you begging God to take you. God, please, God, just kill me. The life you want is so bad. Now you don't even want to be here no more. That's how painful it is. Why you have to go through that? Why you have to go through that? And you can go to the Dollar Tree. They sell the seeds, 4 packs of seeds for $1.25. What do you like? You like watermelon? Well, get a watermelon. You want cantaloupes too? Get a cantaloupe. What else you like? You like okra? Get you an okra seed. Huh? Get you 3 chickens. You have a yard? Get you 3 chickens. You know what I mean? They give you eggs. You have more than 3, they're running around, get you a rooster. He'll protect them. And keep them from fighting and keep them happy. Because, you know, he hit them with that thing. And that's what's nice and happy. Because, you know, at any given time, you could jump on them and say, yo, you come here. You know what I mean? Why? Why not? Ever since 2020, I changed my life. I said, nah, this ain't gonna be. I gotta get it and get my garden. I just started growing. I had so many different crops. I'm looking at, I had another channel. The name of the other channel was Perfect 9. That's when I was going to China and I had locks on my head then. I had long locks. I used to go to China and everything. I got the videos up there. Perfect 9. Still look like myself. I was younger though. I was walking right in the middle of China and all the Chinese were looking at me. I was like, yeah, daddy home. Like, yeah, I ain't been around for a minute, but daddy home, baby. And the women were looking at me. They heard about me. They heard, you know, they heard I'm here. They heard about me, what I'm able to do. Yeah, girl, I get you right. I provide, I protect, and I guide. Put you in the right direction. Show you how to do it. And tell you how to do it. All you gotta do is listen. You wanna listen? We ain't gonna fight. One thing we ain't gonna do is fight. Have a good day, sister. I'm out. You ain't gonna care. You're not gonna care. You're not even gonna give a damn. Like, whatever. And then it hits you. Like, oh, shit. And so much more. He brought me to the park. Got me moving again. We played basketball and everything. He grow food. He cooks. He don't mind cooking. He's not like, you gotta cook for you a woman. I'm like, nah, you could clean the dishes, I got you. That's one thing, the cleaning part. That's what I struggle with. Should be everywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah, son. That's it. It's not that complicated. And I'm not out there. I'm not gonna have 6, 7 women. I don't want that. You know how men, we want a variety. Yeah, I'm a man too. I see different women. But if I have one woman, that's it, man. You know what I mean? I ain't got time. And I don't want to be around all them people who's not even awake. Just because they have a punani. I don't even want it. You know? I don't even want it. I just Sister, you a good sister. You go ahead and keep it, okay? I don't want it. Because I don't want to go through it. We're not even on the same page. What I'm talking about sounds very foreign to me, and I don't want to do that. I've met sisters who were not necessarily awake, but then being around and they were interested, and the next thing you know, they got in it. Because your woman becomes who you are most of the time. That's why you see some sisters, they be dealing with some gangsters. Next thing you know now, they having arguments on the street and jumping out of their cars at a traffic light and acting like him. You know what I'm saying? He becomes part of them. But me, I'm not gonna bring that drama to you. I'm gonna bring you peace. I'm gonna show you how to just let it go. I'm gonna show you how to meditate. I'm gonna show you how to do what's right. Be better to your children. You know, be mindful. Don't say this out your mouth. Learn what not to say. Don't be overly emotional. Don't jump the gun. Give it some time. Don't say that to your child. Don't speak to them like that. You know, all the beautiful things. And any woman I ever had, that's the only thing they ever say. But I'm not perfect, though. If I was perfect, I don't think none of the relationship would have broken up. Or maybe sometimes I'm here to teach you a lesson. I'm here for a reason and a season. And appreciate it. But when it's time for me to go, I'm not going to stay. That's one thing. If it's time for me to go, I'm not staying. But I'm going to give you some warning if you're messing up. I'm going to say, hey, you know, sister, you see that right there? I'm not going to tolerate that right there. Oh, I'm going to leave now. If you're going, oh, you ain't going nowhere. Okay. It's Thursday night. Thursday night, the last time you seen him. He was always available. Now you can't even talk to him no more. Ain't that crazy? Now it hits you. Now you hurt to the point where you want to become hateful. Well, they told you to stop whatever you was doing. You didn't want to listen. You thought because you had a punani, it was going to keep somebody around. If that was the case, all the women would have a man. That don't keep men around. We want to see how it feels. This is grown-up people conversation. I'm telling you the truth. That's what we want to see. Because you know, women, what do y'all do? Y'all make it appealing for us to look at, right? You're like, yeah, I'm gonna look good. And that's what we do. We look. We're like, oh, shit, look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. There's so many people trying to get you to look at it. When you look at, damn, this one is big. This one is smaller, but it's nicer. This one is that. Look at the lips on this one. Look at the chest on that one. Look at the thighs on this one. Look at the way this one walks. Look at the way this one moves her hands, the way she talks. All that is different. That's why all women are beautiful in their own way. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy out there for men. Only if women could be men for one day. They be like, oh my God. Yeah, God put it in you for you to chase after women. If he didn't, no babies will be born. The women will come and call you and be like, I'm ovulating, come get it. Yeah, right. When you look at the chickens, the rooster got to just grab her and just say, yo. Because if that was the case, she just eat all the food and just run around. Never thinking once, you got to have the chicks. The little chicks have to come because we're going to die. And the chicks got to live in order to be chickens. If that wasn't the case, there would be no more chickens left. You listen to these little hens. The rooster have to be aggressive to go after her in order to be like, okay. And the funny thing about it is, it's the funniest shit. The same woman that was acting like that, now she calling you like, where you at? So you ain't gonna do it. You like, yeah, you didn't want to give it to me. Now, once you got it, now it's like, yeah, open sesame. Come on. She ready. You got to keep men stimulated because the excitement go away. Women think just because, oh, I got a honey. No, man, the excitement is going away. You have to, just like you make it appealing, you got to make it appealing. Men see shit with their eyes, you know? That's how we look. That shit that move and jiggle and move. Why you think women, when they stand, they put their legs out and they're in their thighs? Because that's what attracts us. It's the freaking aesthetics. Then we get to know who you are. Then we fall in love with that. Well, really and truly, we want this. And then what you're saying is that, hold on, let me show you who I am. So you could like me too. Because I know you like the ass. That's what the women are saying. I know you like the ass. Ever since I was young, I know I got a big ass. But I like you. I want you to like me. And the men are like, no, just let me get the ass. Damn. I want to wait. You see what I'm saying? Men are made. That's the way we made. And then they say a whole species of people ain't no good. So God don't know what he doing when he made. So he just made us and now we no good because we want you. Hey, let me tell you something about women. If a woman is following the real things that they should follow, there's no way they'll be on the market unless they already were taken. They're gonna be taken by someone. Now it might end, that's fine, but there's no way you go your whole life and you didn't find that man that really loved you. Now women, they like to wait, they like to be like, Fuquan, you know, I'm still young, I'm looking. I think there's more better shit than you out there. And then they let Fuquan go. But Fuquan was the dude that was ready. He's like, yo, I'm going to work and give you all the money. I don't care. I just want you to be here. I just want you to be the one I talk to every day. And the women's like, no. I really like this one. But that one don't like you like that. I know. But that's just the way we are. We don't want to give it to the people that want it too bad. So now men, they learn. They're like, okay, that's how y'all are? Bet. Why do you think the men that's the worst get the most? The women they like to compete. I saw the little story when they said they let a woman walk in all the women walk on the store and they say, yo, it's 9 floors. There's from the top to, you know what I mean? Nothing but men. You go in there, you can talk to who you like, and they'll tell you what they do, and you just choose. One thing, you could keep going up, but you can't go back down. If you refuse it, that's it. And then this guy's an engineer. This one is a hard worker. This, and they just keep going up. They thinking the prize is gonna be upstairs. But men, they let me in there. Be like, with the nappy head, yeah. You gonna be cooperative and everything? So I'm gonna be out here doing my grout. When I get to the crib, I could just have a burger. I could just have you know what I mean? You know, like the bean burgers, whatever. You have me straight. I'm gonna do all that shit. You know what I mean? I don't care. We don't care. You could be freaking Halle Berry or Big Mama. We're gonna love you. See, men love from the heart. We don't love for no reason. We're not looking for stability. Just looking for respect. What's respect? Don't give away the punani to somebody behind our backs. And this guy is pointing the finger at us and he hits you for nothing. And I'm over here working. Look at what I'm doing. You know, look at what I'm doing over here. You know what I mean? Knees and everything. You over there, you got Jamal and them over there. And they drunk the freaking lemonade. Girl, hell nah. That's all a man want, yo. And learn how to just curb your mouth. You're talking to your girlfriend. This is your man. You couldn't talk to your manager like that. You've been at your job 30 years because you follow the rules. And you home, you talking all crazy to your husband. And if somebody break in the damn house, he has to be the one to go die for you outside. Can you fucking imagine? Can you imagine? If we're outside together, I'm halfway dead. Because somebody come and say something, I can't. If he has to shoot me or kill me, you got to be behind me. I'm ready to take that bullet for you. And then, oh no. Hell no. As much as I love to cook, and the people that I be slaving over the stove. Slaving over the stove? Really? Is that serious? As easy as it is. I come in the crib, bang, 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 boom, brrr, 20 minutes. I got the video. Here you go. I'm already eating. Nobody want no 6-course meal. But if you work at a restaurant, boy, you gonna bring them tickets out at Waffle House. Number 17, right up. And this man right here loves you and everything. But the world is telling you, don't do it. See? The world is tricking you. And then they pay for the dysfunction. They pay you for the dysfunction. But nobody could see the trick. Because they know women want stability, which is money. So they're like, well, we could give you this. And like, yeah. Well, you were with him. He didn't even make that. He don't even make that. He cannot make that. Well, that's his problem. He should have never had a baby if he didn't have no money. But you had a baby and you had no money. You didn't have no money. You didn't even have, they had to give you WIC. Remember? Yeah. And shelter. They don't give him shelter. They're not going to give him shelter. You know why? Because he's your guide. He's supposed to lead you. So they're going to make you deliver him to them. And they have the family structure, you don't see it. Because you're so busy trying to get paid. But the whole family messed up. Guess what happened to the family? The kids didn't grow up. Now Fuquan Jr.'s in prison now. Because he needed daddy and daddy wasn't there. You can blame him all you want, but your son is still in prison. He beat women too. Because he's emotional. He was only raised with you. Oh, he's an underachiever. Yeah. Because you his mother, you let him stay, overstay. His father be like, get your ass. You know what I'm saying? When I'm talking to my dad, it's always a little level of uncomfortability. Because he's the alpha. Even after I got older, but he's still the alpha. You know, so I'm like apprehensive. But with my mama, it ain't the same. Your mother's gonna just nurture you and love you. Even if she smacked the shit out you, it's not the same. Your father can tell you to sit down. That holds more weight than your mama beating you. You don't ever see a baby cry just because the father say, hey! Your ass down. I'm gonna go cry. That's right. The baby already figured it out. Like, oh, that's my mother. She ain't gonna do nothing. And then the mothers that try to do something, they overly do it because that's not their job to do. Their job is to say, oh, I'm gonna tell your daddy when he get home. Oh, shit. Oh, God. That right there, boy. That's your power, sister. You ain't gotta go out there and smack him and you really didn't mean to bust his shit wide open. You ain't gotta do that. Say, I'm gonna tell your dad. You like, no, mama, please. I'm not gonna do it no more. Like, nah, I'm gonna tell that nigga. As soon as he get home, I'm gonna tell him. And I've been through it. And then he's getting home. Now he's coming home. Hey, and all the neighbors speaking to my dad, because you know, my dad hold weight. Where we live, we have the biggest home. You know what I'm saying? And he's an entrepreneur. He coming in, yeah, how you doing, sir, and all this. And I hear him coming. I'm like, mama, please. I'm begging her. And I'm having this, please, mom. She's like, yeah, I told you. I'm not going to tell her. Last second. I'm not going to tell him, but you. And then he come in the door. Not tell me what? Nothing. Like, come here, boy. What happened? Tell me what? Nothing, yo, nothing. She got to calm him down so he won't get on your ass. Because that's her, you know what I mean? He protects her even against your ass. This is my wife. You don't even talk to her any kind of way. So you said something to your mother, boy? No. All right, now get in there and watch your, what? You know, and he just start to regulate the whole crib. But some people, women don't want that. That's his job. Trying to regulate the crib. Why you want to do all that for? It's a competition. If your man does this, you want to do that too. Competition for what? You don't even need to compete. Your whole life is better just because you don't do much. Let's not send the baby to them people so they won't You know what I'm saying? At 6 weeks, we bringing them over there to them folks. And you know what I mean? And we got to pay all this money for babysit. Go on and stay in the crib and go ahead and take our next generation because that's how not lineage. Go on and get right. Let me go ahead and get out there and go ahead and deal with all this bullshit. You go on and fall back over here where you safe at with your baby. You don't have to wean him off so fast. You don't have to bring him where he has a bottle and he's dealing with a freaking babysitter and let him sit there all day. Maybe a babysitter that would twist his freaking skin and bust his shit. You don't know what's going on. This babysitter don't like your baby. This baby just smacked the shit out of your baby for no reason. For no reason. This baby getting smacked right in the face. Yeah, you know, Fuquan is not the cutest guy, but he's efficient. Love is going to come. Because remember, the East Indians and all them, they are giving a husband. The father said, nah, y'all don't know how to choose. I'm going to get the man for you. Here, marry him. I know his father. He knows, we know all his family members. Okay? He knows us since we was kids, y'all was kids. He's not going to treat you just like some old, you know what I'm saying, in the street. He ain't going to jump on you and act like your shit don't mean nothing because he don't care about you. You like his sister too. Been around you the whole time and y'all knew y'all going to be husband and wife. And you going to excel in school, he's going to excel in school, and y'all going to get together. And I don't even pick the person I want because I love, man, you don't even pick, the person you pick ain't right. I'm not advocating for arranged marriages. What I'm saying is pick somebody that's going to be there that wants to be there with you. Pick the man that wants you. And then make him the best. I know women that made the man the best. This man would never be that if it wasn't for her. And she don't want no bravo. She don't want nobody to know because she don't want to diminish her man. She just behind the scene and she getting the certifications. She's getting him right, putting him in the right direction. And guess what? All that money is hers. Why? We usually die before you. Because we out there doing all the freaking work. You know, we die before you. It's for you anyway. Everything I got is yours because even if it goes to our kids, ain't that you? That's still you. People be fighting against the person that gave them the kid. It's like, don't you know if you take something away from them, you really took something away from your babies? Like right now, all this shit I'm doing, who I'm doing it for? You think I'm doing this for me? You think I'm doing this for me? You think I'm over here right now working for me? You think every day I wake up and come over here because I want to work for myself? You think that's what I'm doing? Yeah, right. I'm not working for myself. I'm working for the next generation. That's who I'm working for. This money right here will be for a grandkid, a great grandkid. This money ain't for me. This money not for me. So you thought it was mine? Yeah, right. I'm working for the next generation. But if it was told like that, I think people would understand it. Find you a man that loves you. All women come with a punani. It's standard. Yeah, I know yours is the best. I know. Go ask the girl next to you, see what she say. See if she has a different answer. Go ask a prostitute. The prostitute will tell you that too. She'll tell you hers is the best. I'm like, but you selling it to everybody. There's no way. He's getting more usage. She's like, I don't mean nothing. I got the best. How you know? You ain't never been in your own. I know. Ain't never complained. The world is upside down. And they're talking about a deluge coming. They're talking about this and that, all this stuff. It's like we probably wasted all our time for no reason. And then we'll be away from this earth. And we never really got together and did what was right. Man and woman should be together. They done bust them people apart. Can you imagine before, in the 60s, we were married at 72%? Jesus. 72%. If you see 10 people, almost 8 of them is married. And shorty, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With a husband and everything. Somebody she gotta take care of. And he know he got somebody he needs to take care of. Ain't it beautiful? Yeah. She like, oh, I gotta go. Oh my God, look at the time. My husband told me home at 3 o'clock. I gotta go and hurry up and get there and get him something to eat. Substance for us to eat and be able to be alive? You can't even do that for us? How the hell you say you love my babies and you don't love me and I gave you the babies? How could you love him and you don't love where he comes from? I can't love him. It's a fabrication of love. You think you love him? That ain't love. How are you gonna love him and think he's gonna grow up and then he knows you don't like his dad? Think he don't get affected by that? Come on, bro. Hell no, man. So what they did was they gave the women, they calculated, they gave the women the mental because they know that's gonna mess up the whole thing. The women are not supposed to have that. Only if they have to. See? But they give it to him. They said, nah, you go, girl. You could do it. We're going to give you a house and everything. You have to, man, you don't need them. As a matter of fact, don't let them come in here. You're going to be independent. We'll give you a housing and everything. See how you're independent. You got housing. You can stay home and watch TV all day if you want. Put the kids on the bus. And then, now, guess what happened? The family starts to suffer. Why? There's no leadership. Because a man will be like, hey, hold up. No. You cannot feed my kids hot pocket every morning, man. No. Listen, I'm going to buy the food. You feed them hot cooked meals in the morning. That's your job. Me, I'm going to go out there with them folks. That's going to almost kill me and hang me while I'm out there. Your job is to make sure our generation of our babies eat the right thing. Because hot pockets don't come from no tree. There's nothing in it that's ingredients. You can't give them that and just send them off and go back to bed. Like, what the hell are you doing? What you going back to bed for? I'm tired. But when you have a job, you ain't tired. You still get up and go. This is your job, the home. Wake up and get up and do the things that needs to be done in your household. You're not a slave. You do it for yourself anyway. As soon as you have a man now, you can't do it. Because if you do it now, it's like, don't expect for me to feed you. Don't expect for you to feed me. That's what you love to do. That's who you are. That's your nature, to feed people. That's what you love to do. You love to do stuff like that. That's who you are. Now you going against your nature? When I meet women, I'm like, I love to cook. Oh, well, you could cook then. No. I'm just telling you, I love to cook. But I'm not going to be a designated cook. I don't mind. Why you so lazy as a sister? You know what I mean? Why you automatically already going to... No. Show enthusiasm and love for the person you're going to be with. It's like, man, I got to make sure he eats. That's my man type shit. Why there's nobody doing that? 90%, if you break up, what happened? The kids are going to go with the woman. Are all the women the right place for the kids? No. Sometimes they don't even have their own place. But they'll give it to them because they feel like the kids should be with the mother. No, they don't care. They're doing it so they can break the family structure. Whatever's good for the kid, they're not going to do it. So they look at the both parties and say, the dudes that used to march in Alabama, you remember? That's the heads. You feel me? We want to take them down. And then we're going to make them hate each other. So how are we going to do that? We're going to make it unfair. They always get the kids. They always get the child support. And they can file their taxes and get another $8,000. And they can go to school from the computer and get Pell Grants. Him, because he has the what you call the Cristo. the Christ consciousness, and we know who he is, the number one, you know he's the male, the one who's supposed to lead, we're going to put him down and make him turn into a girl, and we're going to turn her into a man. So they're going to be out of balance, and they're not going to know why they're fighting. They're going to know why they don't like each other. So I'm walking in. I'm always walking in, going to the street, you go into the supermarket, and I'm looking up at everybody. So I can just greet people. And as soon as I'll be in an aisle like this, look, I'm acting like I'm looking at something. And the woman is coming in, look. She turns and see me, she turned back and go all the way back. She don't even want to have no contact with me at all. Not even no eye contact, nothing. I'm like, damn. They did a number on these people. They hate their own kind. So she won't even speak to you unless she likes you and think that you are attractive somehow. Other than that, straight hate. So whoever it is succeeded in making sure that we do not like each other. And guess what happened? The kids can feel that vibration. You think you could do that and the kids don't feel that vibration? So the same thing permeates over and over again. History writes itself, so does the DNA. Easy, man. Easy like morning, but there's some families out here who are doing it the right way. I know my sister, her and her husband, they spoke about it before they even had kids. And now they have kids, guess what? She stayed home with the kids and she taught them. Homeschool. You gotta be into your children to make sure you know that's what's priority. So, some people want to learn what they need to learn to teach their kids. She homeschooled them. Respect to that sister. Even though she's my sister biologically, but respect to her. She homeschooled. Don't send the kids nowhere. The kids ain't never been out of her sight and nobody else's possession. So she knows the product that she's raising, and she knows the product she's about to bless the world with. You dig? Well, you send the kids so they can go over here and just get out of your head. I can't wait for them to go back to school. I'm done. Like this. Oh boy. Yeah, I know you want your time to yourself. You want to go drop them off so you can go have a girls' night. Because you got to have your life for yourself, right? Well, my life is not just the kids. I got to have a life on my own. Well, your life is not, it's the kids. The life of your own, you chose to give it up when you wanted to have them kids. And now it's for them to come here and have somebody who's selfless enough to raise them and make them feel away. Let me give you a statistic. I'm not bashing on women or any of the sexes. What I'm saying is they did this on purpose. And it takes a strong sister to understand this. They said, if you grew up with your father only, 90% of the time, it's like you grew up with both parents. That's the same effect you have. If you grew up with your dad only, it's like it's as if you grew up with parents. If you grew up with your mother only, 90% chance you'll be a runaway. You'll be a runaway. You get molested. Go to prison. You know all them people that's in prison? That's single mothers. But the single mothers can always say, yeah, but I didn't have no help. It's like, yeah, but the father don't have no help. And if they raised with him, it's like they were raised with mother and father. It's complete. Because you know why? Because of the leadership. Leadership is serious. And I hear people say, well, my children's father wasn't like that. He didn't have leadership. Well, whose fault is that? You chose it. You got to choose him. You can't choose him and then complain. Right? You can't choose him and y'all were sleeping with each other and it felt so great. As soon as that break up, now he can't be around the kid. And then everybody watch each other do it. So as soon as they have a kid, what's the first thing they do? Same thing they seen everybody else do. He put you on child support. Like why have to be on child support for? Hey, don't you know the system make $5, $6, $10 billion a year off of fees? That's the reason why they put it. Did you know how much money they make every time you get paid? And you know how long I sent you that support money? I used to tell my kid's mom, do you know how long I sent that money? They keeping the money. The system keeps the money. They invest it. And then they give it to you after they made money off of it. You don't know that? While you waiting, they done took a fee. What is $25 for every 500 or something like that? It might not seem like a lot because you ain't the one paying it. It's coming straight out of that money. And you know, you think they're collecting for nothing? Yeah, right. They ain't collecting for nothing. You hate your children's father? Well, guess what? The children can feel it. And guess what? They feel like they have to choose a side. And what they do, choose on their mama's side. That's who was there. So it's a love-hate relationship. They really don't like the mother, but they choose her side. You know? I thought they could, oh, my mom, oh, yeah. Oh, man. We went to McDonald's, and they forgot her iced tea. Oh, Lord. These are the kids telling me this. She went off. So we need each other. We can't be defeating each other. That's what I'm trying to say. Let the man in his kid's life. You know? You know what I mean? If he's bad, well, guess what? They have to find out. Just like they have to find out you're bad. That's right. They have to find out you're bad. They found out about you too. You think they don't know? Yeah, they know. You understand? They know what's going on. They see you crying, you was in a relationship with this guy and it didn't work out, all these emotional stuff, and you hear all the single parent, all the kids that grew up with single parent, what they say? I gotta take care of my mom. They feel like they gotta take care of you. It's a burden on the kid. And they see that, you know, yeah, what they be saying. Every time you see them football playing, yeah, mama was struggling. We didn't have no food in the fridge. Man, you don't hear that. You don't hear that, bro. You don't hear that. Very seldom you gotta stay with my dad. He had no food. Like what? Mama had no food. They gave her food stamps. Your mother lived in the projects. Your mother was paying $167 a month for rent. And she lived in a project and she had food stamps. And she still couldn't make it with you? But your father's the deadbeat. He has to go to work, take care of his household, and he got to send all that money to you. And then they'll put him in jail with the criminals. Just because he ain't got no money. This man ain't never hurt nobody. He ain't never been in no gang. Nothing. All he did was have a kid. Now this man get to go to jail. In prison. Meanwhile, you, the mother, you owe $30,000 on your credit card. They ain't gonna send your ass to jail. That's a debt too. We're talking about money here. So you ain't got no money after they helped you so much with food stamps and everything, but he's supposed to have money. And they ain't helping him at all. Some people have the kids just to get help because they saw the generation before them do it. And some aunties and mothers coach their children. Girl, you got to do this in order to get the maximum. Or you're going to have to do that. Or nah, they know the system. You can't work no more than 20 hours. That's the only thing. You can't do this. You're getting the money, but they can't control the money because they need leadership. They need they need leadership. When there's leadership there, yeah, your ego might not be so happy that you are in competition with a man and feeling like you're doing it all by. I would rather say they did it all by themselves. You ever go to the clubs? Everybody baiting the women. With the independent girls, like screaming. Independent. And you go talk to them, they're like, shit, you can't even buy me a drink? I thought you was independent. I was coming over, I waited until the independent chant. That way I know who I gotta talk. And now you still want me to buy you the $30 drink. I thought you was independent, you made your own money. And your hell is all yours. See? So the family structure can come back. But it's certain people who get out of their feelings, they can listen to this kind of talk. They're out of their feelings, they can listen to this kind of talk and make a difference and a change. And you have the child respect their dad. You know? Because you're the one there with them. You're teaching them. So when they hate their father, you're like, well, my kids found out about their dad all on their own. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They didn't find nothing out about their dad on their own. Shit. Because the first time you would have said something about your dad, your mother would have checked you so hard, you would have never said that again. You're like, don't you dare. You know your father's out there, the things that he has to do in order to bring some money home here. Huh? You know my husband, what he has to do, you got the nerve to talk about my husband like that? Like that. You know what I'm saying? Your father's a good man. Your father's a great brother. Me and him just don't get along because of this, but that has nothing to do with you. Don't you dare. You think that kid would understand that. But now you're like, yeah, he gave his dad too good. I told him I was going to get him. Okay. Well, you mess up the kid for the both of us. You enjoy it. Just because you were mad. Yeah, you were mad. Yes, I slept with another woman, yes. Yeah, I slept with another one. Yeah, you mad. You slept with another man too, but I never knew about it. So you didn't get caught, you still be mad. Lying to God. God knew what your ass did. You still acting like you innocent.